Welcome back, boys and girls, to our lovely show. As you can see, we are Sans one partner. Pikachu is going to take place of Big Boy Ben. Hi, Pika Pika.
Yes, and he doesn't talk, so that's nice.
I know. Isn't it nice to not have that grumpy ass voice just staring at you in the camera, making you want to jump through and punch him in the face?
Saying smart ass comments all the time. Look at him just
We're just taking a break today. He had something pressing to do, and we appreciate the girl time.
Yes.
So today we are going to read some Reddit posts and focus on the AITA. Am I the asshole?
Yeah.
And we're just going to give our general responses to it. And then you can comment on what you would do in these scenarios.
All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
So the first one, am I the asshole for taking advantage of my girlfriend?
We already know the answer to that, but let's dive in.
Okay, so my girlfriend and I have been dating for 3 years. Since we started dating, we have a tradition of paying for each other's birthday dinners. We don't have a limit on how much that meal would cost. My girlfriend doesn't drink. She at most has a mocktail or sparkling water. I usually pay $100 to $150 for both of us for her birthday dinner. My birthday was 2 days ago and we went out. I drink, which my girlfriend doesn't like, and she thinks it's a waste of money. But it's my birthday and she agreed to pay for everything. I had 8 drinks, a steak, a dessert at a steakhouse, which cost about $200 with her $70 meal. It came to $310 with tips.
Holy.
She didn't say anything at the time, but last night blew up at me for drinking so much money. Wait, for drinking so much.
Was it a typo that he
Yeah,
said?
for drinking so much and expecting me to cover it. I defended myself because it was technically unlimited and I know I wasn't drunk. I have a pretty high tolerance, so it's not fair. I can't enjoy myself. She is pretty frugal, so she thinks it's a crazy amount. I was an asshole for leaving her with this high, and she thinks I was an asshole for leaving her with. Wow, I can't talk right now. And she thinks I'm an asshole for leaving her with this high of a bill. We agreed we would pay for each other's meals and drinks, and it's not my fault. She doesn't normally get more than one drink and is Hello? And is a non-alcoholic. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I woke up maybe 2 hours ago. I'm still not alive.
I haven't had coffee, so I'm eating.
No, I know no coffee. And I'm like, okay. I could probably use a beverage right now. I should have got water.
We can pause.
Yeah, I'll probably get one here in a second. Okay, so, but she has been ignoring me and refusing to talk it out. If she's that upset, I'll reimburse her for my portion, but then that's the end of our tradition. Okay, so $310, but they agreed on it.
Mm-hmm. It's a tradition. She knows he drinks. Drinks are expensive. What's the problem here? I don't think he's the asshole. I mean, did he have to go overboard and have like 8 drinks? He could have dialed it back. 4 drinks, okay. Like, we're celebrating your birthday, not trying to get sloppy here. You know, he was being a little inconsiderate. I mean, he knows ahead of time, as you read, that she's frugal, meaning she is a penny counter. She doesn't like to overspend. She realizes that there's a tradition and that they promise each other they're going to pay for each other's birthdays. And that's fine. That's a great system. But he could have been a little bit more considerate, I guess.
Yeah, maybe not 8 drinks.
Yeah, that was a
little bit. But then like...
Wait, then he had a steak and what?
A steak and dessert. 8 drinks, steak, and dessert at a steakhouse. Well, his meal was $200. Hers was $70.
I bet you he got an expensive ass steak.
Tomahawk or something huge. 8 drinks? That's a lot.
That's excessive.
That's a lot.
I was like, in the beginning, I was like, he's not an asshole because they already did all these pre-planning and she should have expected it.
Yeah,
but at the same time, when you really think about it, it's like, babe, I'm not rich.
And he even said, am I the asshole for taking advantage of my girlfriend? So
then he knew that he was doing it. I guess. Yeah.
You're the asshole.
I mean, you put it out there too, that you knew that you were doing it. So you just want us to say that you're the asshole? Then yeah, buddy, you kind of were.
Yeah. I mean,
give her money back, or at least for the drinks. At least for 7 out of the 8 drinks. Give her money back.
Yeah, like 8 drinks. Okay, maybe 3. But at the same time, like, I know it's your birthday and we have a tradition. Like, yeah, I'll pay. Like, if it was me, I think I'd pay. It's his birthday and he wants to enjoy dinner. Like,
I mean,
he
she
wants to have
paid.
a nice time. Yeah.
She paid, but she had some words about it because she's like, did you really have to go like 8 drinks? Like, was that necessary? Your steak alone was $100, you jackass.
Yeah, I feel like the steak dessert's fine, but the 8 drinks is like, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Do you have a problem?
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
8 drinks is a little excessive, bud. On average, when you go out, how many drinks do you think you have? Be honest. No judgment.
If I went out, I would mainly drink shots when I would go out. But if
how many?
Probably 3 would be fine for me.
They're like $8 a pop, right?
Yeah.
That's $24 right there.
Yeah, that's all I would need.
Just think about that though. So God knows what drink he had. He polished off 8 of those. 8.
Well, yeah, so... Oh, yeah, I scrolled to the next one.
Yep.
Okay, so he had 8 drinks, steak, and dessert, $200.
That's a lot. But you know what? In this economy, with the recession, everything's super expensive for no good reason. So going out in itself is excessive. Yeah. You know what I mean? You can't go to McDonald's for 2 people and it's like $30. Like,
right.
What world are we living in right now? But again, let's step back. They had these pre-arrangements. They knew what they were doing every single year.
Yeah.
It's on average, she said, it's like about $200 anyways, even if they just went out with all of that, without all of that excess. But the fact that he said the title of the post is, "Am I the asshole for taking advantage of my girlfriend?" He knew what he was doing.
He did.
He knew, oh, it's my birthday, so I'm just going to go crazy and just have 8 drinks. So
yeah. Which I get, because if it was the other way around, she would probably want to do the same. But like, if you knew he's frugal and you know he doesn't like you drinking.
Yep. So I'm sorry, my dear. You are the asshole.
Yep. You are the asshole. Okay.
Story 2.
Ooh, okay. So this one's more of like family type thing.
Ooh, I like these.
Am I the asshole? My wife asked for it and got upset when it happened.
Okay.
I'm a 38 male, a wrestler. I used to compete at a high level. Obviously, I don't compete anymore, but I still lift weights and wrestle for fun. My wife, 36 female, and I have 3 kids, 15 female, 11 male, 9 female. I enrolled all of our kids in wrestling at the age of 7. The older 2 have been training and competing since then, and the youngest didn't like the sport, so she quit and now is doing gymnastics. My wife has never wrestled, but she goes to the gym regularly and has decent strength. Yesterday, I was chatting with my wife, and the topic of our daughter's wrestling tournament came up, and she asked me, what do I think will happen if her and our daughter wrestled? I told her that she has no chance. She answered, she is not beating me. I'm much stronger. And I told her, you can try if you want to, but I'm telling you, you will get ragdolled. And she said, okay, let's do it then. So I called our daughter into the backyard and told her that her mom wants to wrestle. They wrestled while me and the other kids were watching, and just like I told her, my wife got handled with ease. When they were done, it didn't last long. My wife laughed it off and acted fine, but as soon as it was only me and her, she said to me, so you knew how that wrestling match was going to go? I answered yes, and she said, and you still let it happen? And I got embarrassed by my own child in front of my other children, and now they're not going to look at me the same way. I told her she is the one who asked for it, and that the idea that our kids will not look at her the same way is completely false, because I taught our kids to be graceful and respectful in victory and defeat. But I'm pretty sure they have respect for their mother regardless of what happens in a wrestling match. Even after I said that, she was not convinced and still upset, which is not justified in my opinion. Am I the asshole?
What do you think? Just reading that. What do you think the husband is an asshole for that whole situation that the wife asked for? He pre-warned her.
Yeah, he did. He told you, and you still wanted to go and do it. And how are you going to get mad that your child defeated you? They've been competing in wrestling. You should be proud of them.
I mean, you're not a wrestler, lady. You see,
Yeah.
She's mistaken her ego and her pride, like her age and probably her height and weight, against a child who has been professionally trained and conditioned to handle those types of odds. So you set yourself up for that, lady. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you got handled and you got embarrassed by your kid. But if they love you, which you're their mother, they should love you regardless. They won't see you any different. They're just saying, hey,
Exactly.
I beat mom in wrestling. I mean, she asked for it. It was all in good fun. No big deal. Why are they making it such a big deal?
I don't know. Like, why
Like,
she's
that
getting
doesn't seem-
pressed about it. He told you. What do you mean? Why are you going to go yell at him sideways? He told you. You chose to go and do that.
I mean, what's more is that she was very gracious after she lost. She didn't get all mad or whatever. She smiled. She laughed it off. It was no big deal.
Yeah.
So the kids thought it was no big deal. But then behind closed doors, you're like, why'd you do that? You knew that I was going to lose. Like, I told you were going to lose. The whole thought of you bringing this up was your idea. You still wanted to proceed.
Yeah, exactly.
So that makes you the asshole because you made yourself look like an asshole. I don't think he's the asshole.
No, I don't think he is either.
I'm sorry.
At all, no.
Choose your battles, people. Choose your battles.
Exactly.
If someone gives you a warning and your ego tells you, no, I can do it, I'm strong, you might be wrong. Start to step back. Think about it.
Right, yeah. Don't, just because you're older or it's your child. No.
No.
You got your ass handed to you and you're mad. You're fine.
Yeah. I think people mistake age for strength. Age just denotes wisdom. You've been on the earth longer. It doesn't say anything about strength. Now, if you were both active wrestlers, even still, your muscle and your capabilities to handle strength change over time. So,
of course.
just, we all get old. Stop testing things, people. That's how you break something.
Or if you want to test them, don't get mad when it doesn't go your way.
Exactly. Just learn a little bit about yourself. Maybe you need to get back into the ring and
Get back. Yeah, exactly.
work
Get back
a little
in the
harder.
ring and wrestle.
Yeah. That's
And then
it.
try it again.
That's
But
it.
don't get mad at your husband because he told you already.
He did. He's not the asshole.
No, he's not. Okay. Moving on. Am I the asshole? My boyfriend didn't see me. I don't remember this one.
Didn't.
Oh, no, I do remember this one. Okay.
Okay.
Yesterday, we went to go see a movie. I had forgotten my phone and communicated that to my boyfriend on the drive there. He asked me if I would be okay without it, and I said yes. After the movie, I told him I had to use the restroom. When I got out, I walked outside. He usually waits out by the entrance, but he wasn't there. I waited a few minutes, but I couldn't call him, and he had the car key. I tried walking to the car, but he wasn't there. I went back in and checked near the men's restroom, but nothing. After about 10 minutes, I got pretty upset. I tried to keep myself in a view of the theater while I walked around, and he wasn't anywhere. Some strangers even offered to get me an Uber. Damn. Finally, I went in and checked one more time, and he was sitting on the couch looking at his phone. I told him I had been looking for him, but I wasn't blaming about it. But he got super defensive and told me it was my fault for not seeing him, and I had no reason to be upset. He kept saying, I don't understand why you're so upset on the car ride home. When I tried to tell him that I wanted us to be more in sync with each other, especially since we're going on a trip out of the country soon, he scoffed and said, do I need to tell you where I'm going to be whenever we are separate? Which felt unfair. I didn't have my phone. Plus, what if something happened to me? How long would it take him to notice? Am I overreacting? I feel kind of angry now and still hurt. He's the asshole.
What? Why do you think that?
Well, the fact that
This one, I'm sorry, you guys, it pissed me off because just go ahead. What do you think?
I think he is the asshole for sitting on his phone and not really doing anything. Especially, how long has it been since she's been walking around and
He should have
people
looked
were
for
offering
her.
her Ubers?
That's some time.
He wasn't aware of the surrounding at all. What are you doing on your phone?
Okay. And people get distracted by their phones. Okay. Number one. Number two, why did you leave your phone?
That's another thing. I feel like we're so chained to them. I don't think it's a bad thing that she left it.
Okay. Yes and no. Because of this example, what if I got hurt? Well, that would have fixed it if you had your phone. You wouldn't have been looking 20, 30 minutes an hour if you had your phone. So I'm sorry, but it is what it is. This is where we are right now. Technology is on our hip. If you don't want to use it, fine. Turn it off. Put it in your pocket. Put it in your purse. But if situations like this arise, come on. Now, what I would have done, is I don't know if theaters do this anymore or even have this anymore, but most establishments like a supermarket, they have microphones so they can do overhead announcements. So I would have gone just like when you lose a kid in an amusement park.
Or in Walmart, you hear them over the intercom.
Yeah. That's what I would have done. Like, Johnny, your girlfriend is looking for you at the front desk. Johnny, report to the front desk.
That is an option. She could have did that too, for sure. Yeah.
But the fact that she was wandering for so long and then enough to have strangers offer her a Uber ride, that means she was walking around looking all nervous, like, where is he?
Yeah, I know. Offering you Ubers, like, how fucking long was this?
Exactly. And then homeboy's like, he's over there. Oh, she's gone.
Him getting mad though and saying,
he could have been a little bit more gracious though.
Do I need to tell you where I'm going to be whenever we're separate? Yeah.
Well, yeah, actually, so that I didn't have to do all this looking for you. Exactly. If you would have said, I'm going to be sitting right here.
I'll be waiting right here for you, babe. So, like, shit happens. People, like, happens all the fucking time. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's how people disappear, because you don't tell people where you were or where you were going, and someone snatches you, and then that's all they are.
Exactly. And then he wasn't at the car. So I'd be kind of like, where the fuck is he at? If he's not at the car, I'm waiting there. I go back to the bathroom. You're not at the bathroom. Like,
look, if your significant other is missing more than 10 minutes, it doesn't hurt to look up, look around, see where they're at, you know? What did she go to the car for? Wait, she went to the bathroom, correct?
Yeah, and then he wasn't there, so she went to the car to go look for him, and he wasn't there.
Okay, so your girlfriend goes to the bathroom, doesn't come back after 30 minutes.
She said after about 10 minutes, I got upset. So she was wandering for more than 10 minutes. Okay.
Dude.
What were you doing? You didn't look up for your girl? And you're going out of the country soon. Yeah, she has a right to be upset.
She's just going to get taken like in Hostel, and her organs are going to get harvested because of your ass. God. Stupid man. Look, he's the asshole, girl. He's the asshole. Yeah. But I have to add, bring your phone. Okay. Since he's an asshole and you know this is possible, you're about to go to Europe and get your organs harvested. Bring your phone.
Yes, bring it next time, because clearly he's not a protector.
No. And maybe that you need to reevaluate your relationship. Yeah. Because what's he for? If he's not there to protect you and take care of you, what the F is he for?
Literally. Can't even watch you while you go in the bathroom.
It's like looking at the phone for 20, 30 minutes. Like, nothing on your phone is that important. You're here with me.
We just watched a movie, or we're going to the bathroom.
Did you think I had diarrhea or something? You're giving me my privacy? Like, why would I be in the bathroom that long?
Yeah, and she told you she didn't have her phone. So what are we doing?
You know what? Now that we dissected it,
asshole.
He's an asshole.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. This one's a bit longer.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me.
It's okay, girl.
This one I think was good, if I remember. Okay. Am I the asshole for telling my husband that I'm going back on our agreement and I don't care if he cries about it?
Oh.
My husband and I, both 32, have been together since we were 19. Our entire relationship feels like it just blew up in my face, basically, and I can't tell if I'm overreacting. So we both wanted one child, and we had planned for this for years. We wanted everything perfect first: the home, the careers, the savings, the investment, the nest egg, etc. Because we both knew from very early on that once we had a baby, I would be staying home full time and raising our child. His brother's life was unfortunately cut short His brother's life was unfortunately cut short by a daycare worker when he was just 5 months old.
Oh my God.
That's terrible. Back in 2017. So daycare wasn't an option, basically, and we need to make sure our ducks were in a row so I could stay home and be a full-time parent. 2 years ago, we were sitting on $500,000 in investments, a few nest eggs, and different types of savings and bond accounts. We bought the house. We even bought a damn boat. Everything we planned for fell into place finally, and we started trying for a baby. We now have a perfect 4-week-old daughter.
Aww.
I have been out of work since I was 5 months pregnant due to placenta abruption and otherwise everything went fine. She's perfectly healthy, was a good weight, and I bounced back from the delivery fairly quickly because of how much of a support system my husband was. He did more than his fair share while I was working full-time, which is partially why I cannot tell if I'm being dramatic or if my hormones are PPD or whatever. So basically, earlier this afternoon, I got a phone call from DHHS to go over health insurance options and whether or not the baby is eligible for state insurance based off our income. I had already given DHHS all of our info when they called yesterday and they excuse me. And they were just waiting for all of our info and assets to be pulled. Anyway, she calls and says we aren't eligible because my husband makes way too much money and that we will need to add her to our private insurance Absolutely no problem at all. I kind of figured. But then she offhandedly mentions that my husband is making $10,920 a month gross, and that the cutoff for our state insurance is $7,000 monthly gross. Well, here's the issue. For months, my husband has been telling me that he only makes $6,000 a month after taxes. So I get off the phone and I log into my husband's computer and in his banking, and sure enough, his monthly take home is bordering around $8,500. He is transferring everything over. Oh God, Ben's calling me. God,
sweet baby Jesus. We can't even do our show without him interrupting us.
We're in the middle of the show. Are you okay?
Are you okay? Are you all right?
Yeah, we're doing Am I the Asshole right now. I'm trying to read.
You're interrupting us, jackass.
Yes, we're doing the second one, but we're in the middle of the first one right now.
We're recording.
No, we're 24 minutes in. Alrighty, well, I'll text you when to come inside when we're done. Anyways.
The nerve. He's the asshole.
Yeah, okay.
Moving on.
So let's see, where was I?
She saw his bank account.
Okay, so
and he's transferring what?
He's transferring over $6,000 into an account I didn't even know existed. So I call him out on it, and he breaks down and tells me that he just wanted something that was only his. Please keep in mind that all of my money has always gone into our joint account when he uses on a daily basis.
Oh, hell no.
So he is hiding money from me.
Oh, hell no.
So he can have his own money while plugging away at mine. Over $45,000 sitting in that account, while telling me last week that he couldn't even have steak for dinner because spending $38 on 2 steaks was a waste of money. So I told him I'm putting the baby in daycare and going back to work because obviously I need to safeguard myself if he is hiding away money. Something feels off about it. I don't know.
What's that about?
He instantly started crying above the daycare trauma, but I truly don't trust him financially anymore. I no longer feel secure here. I said I'd change my mind. I don't care if he cries about it. Am I the asshole?
No. That's it. No. What he did was, what's that called? Financial abuse. That's called financial abuse.
Yeah.
You are married. There's no, I need to have something for myself. You signed a freaking contract that said everything was joint, you jackass.
She's putting all her money into the account. Why are you not putting all of yours? You make almost $11,000.
I mean, that sounds like he's putting money away so that he can get away.
Exactly.
Literally what it sounds like.
Exactly.
So I wouldn't trust him either. You're not the asshole, sweetheart. Good for you.
Yeah, we need to be honest about our financials. What? Okay, so he told her that he makes. What did he tell her he makes?
Like $6,000 a month when he makes like 85.
Oh, no, yeah, he makes so 11,000, but probably after taxes it's 8,500, and he's only transferring over He's transferring over 6,000 to a separate account. So how much is he putting into the account y'all share?
Right,
2,000.
She literally thought that they qualified for public insurance, and that's the only way that she would have found out. Imagine had she not done that, she never would have known. She never would have known because he was doing it behind her back. You're in a loving, caring relationship. You planned everything up until this point out. Why are you hiding things?
Yeah.
For what purpose?
45,000 is sitting in that account. What are you going to do with that?
That's a lot of money.
Why would you not disclose that to her when you know she's putting all of her money into y'all's account?
If that was me, I think I would lose my...
Oh yeah, baby's going in daycare. I'm going back to work.
I'm so sorry that you felt traumatized, but use the 45 and hire a nanny if you don't want her to go to daycare.
Exactly.
Okay?
You can't live in the past. It's not going to happen to your
Since
child.
that's for you and you're so afraid of something happening to our baby, good. Okay. You have $45,000. Now you can afford a live-in nanny. There we go. Actually, no, I would not be okay with a live-in nanny. I'm sorry.
Me either. Nope.
There's this new movie on Stars that I haven't seen, and I forgot what it's called, but I know it's Amanda Seyfried and Sydney Sweeney is in it, and it's basically about them having a live-in maid and the housemaid.
She fucks the husband or something.
I think it ends up that way, but I know that he ends up booting the wife because she's really cruel to the live-in person.
Yeah, no,
but she's young and beautiful. Like, why would you hire somebody that looks better than you, girl?
You can't trust all people either. You never know what he likes.
Let's just, we're diverting from the...
Yeah, we are. We're diverting.
But like, I just saw the Arnold Schwarzenegger documentary this weekend on Netflix. And I have so much respect for Mr. Schwarzenegger after watching that. I thought he was a big, dumb meathead, but he's actually really super, super smart guy. And he went through a lot of stuff. But the part of the documentary that kind of hit me different was that dude cheated on his wife with the housemaid. Now, his wife is she's a beautiful lady. She's part of the Kennedy family, Maria Shriver, beautiful lady. And I saw the maid and she was, she's a good looking Latina, she's a pretty girl, but not prettier than the wife, which shows you that it doesn't matter how good you look. Your husband will still cheat on you with the proximity pussy.
Doesn't matter. Nope.
Yeah, I mean, so it just, my thing is, it's just like, you got to be careful with those housemaids. That's all, they see what you have and they want what you have, and who knows what they're doing when you're not around. And if you're rich and famous, but as you can see.
Yeah, so back to the story. I don't think she's the asshole.
Nope. I think that she is making the right move and she needs to protect herself, because if hubby has 45,000, not 4,500. Okay. That's an extra
lot.
Zero put aside for himself. What is he trying to buy? What are you trying to buy?
And then he's going to sit there and try and cry when she says that she's going back to work and putting the baby in daycare. Okay. How about, since you have this 45,000, you stay home and you take care of the baby while I go to work?
Yeah. I'm sorry, but no.
I hope he put that money into the account and they can both use it. Unless he tells her if you have, what do you have to plan for?
Too bad there's not a follow-up. Like,
I know.
I would want to know what your plan is for that money. Like, you want something for yourself. I can understand that, but what do you want that is going to be 45,000?
Unless maybe like you're buying us a new house or something, or property, or planning something.
But why not tell me? Why not? You've been holding. How long has they been holding this secret?
45,000 is a lot. How long you been doing that?
That's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot. That's some people's income.
This had to be
annual
before
income.
The baby was coming.
I don't know. I mean, they were together for a long time, which surprises me at the level.
Since they were 19.
The level of disclosure.
Damn, since they were 19, they're 32 now, and he can't even tell her that. So you really can't trust people. It's so sad.
Crazy. It's crazy. God. But
I mean, I know it's just money, but like you're still withholding that information from.
I just think when you love somebody, you don't hide anything. Even if it's a painful truth.
Yeah.
You don't hide anything. I'm sure she's a reasonable person. If you would have gone to her initially and be like, babe, I'm gonna put some money aside for myself for play stuff or just stuff that I want.
Yeah.
I hope you don't mind. But if the week prior you were like, we can't have this steak because it's too expensive.
Doesn't add up.
Does not add up.
Yeah, no.
Like, dude, why are you lying so much? Stop.
It's a waste of money for $38 for two steaks that are $38.
No, dude.
Bitch.
No, dude.
What do you so you can put it in your private savings? Okay. No. Anyways, he's the asshole. We're moving on.
Moving on.
Okay. So this one's about kids. Am I the asshole for giving my daughter $60 a week, but my son nothing?
Okay.
I, 45, have 2 kids, 17 female, 15 male. We moved earlier this year to be closer to my parents, as my parents' health is declining. My daughter was excited about the move. My son struggled. Due to the move, my job shifted to hybrid, and I needed a work from home setup. My bedroom is too small, and the only options were the lounge or one of the kids' rooms during school hours. I proposed to them. My son flat out refused. No way in hell, but my daughter offered her room and half joked about charging me rent for the space. I thought it was fair, as I get a $20 work from home allowance. I agreed to give it to her if she was okay with me setting up a small office in her room. I work from 8:30 to 5, and she usually starts homework right after I finish, so it worked out well. Now the issue, my son is pissed off that his sister is getting $60. I don't do regular allowances, just canteen money and other needs as they come up. I told him he had the same opportunity and was now shit out of luck. He got angry and brought up the move, saying he never gets to see his friends. For the record, I drive them back to visit every 2 weeks for visits. I told him I understood his feelings, but said I wouldn't tolerate being spoken to like shit. He then started an argument with his sister, going in on her for being an opportunistic bitch, and she called him a little whiny asshole. To cool off, I offered one of them an option to stay at their grandparents for the night. Not as a punishment, but to break the tension. My son opted out to go, and while dropping him off, my mom told me I was favoring my daughter and should be paying them equally. My dad disagreed, saying my son had the chance and was shit out of luck. Am I the asshole?
No. The daughter offered. Yep, he had the opportunity. He just wants money for nothing.
Exactly. She's offering her room.
And tried to pull he's going to be a jerk when he grows up. He sounds like an
asshole.
First of all, don't talk to your mother like that. Your mother lays down the rules. That's it. Number one. Number two, you go to see your friends. So stop being a baby. I don't get to see my
Every 2
friends.
weeks, yeah.
Get over yourself. Like, people move on, they grow up, and if they're true friends, they'll come see you too. Like,
Exactly. Their parents can drive over.
number 3, you flat out said no when your mom is working from home to support you. No to the money too, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
No to the money. So
Yeah, she's not an asshole.
nope. And then grandma, favoritism.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Shut up. Shut up, grandma. What are you talking about? You have no idea what you're talking about.
Favoring the daughter? No, he had the opportunity. He said no.
It's like, okay, here are the facts. I presented them, and you still, with the facts, think, grandma, help, get some help, grandma. I don't know what your relationship is like, but get some help, grandma. Like, grandma's like getting me pissed off.
Yeah, no, you're not the asshole. He had the chance. He didn't take it. So, I mean, there's as simple as that.
For you parents out there, please comment, especially for that segment.
Yeah.
Like, what would you do if that was your scenario with your kids? Because I'm sorry, I think mom is in the right here. She did a good thing. Daughter was gracious to share her space, which is exactly what it is. And, you know, she proposed something jokingly. It wasn't like the daughter asked for it. She was joking. And mom was like, you know what? That's not a bad idea. I'll give you the money. And that's that. What does the son need it for? So to whine and go back to his, getting hot here. Because I hate spoiled kids.
Yeah.
And he sounds like a spoiled brat. And if he's going to be talking to his mother and his sister like that, I feel sorry for the women that's going to be in his life in the future.
Yeah, I hope he changes that around. Exactly.
He needs to grow that.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
So, yeah.
Okay. Last one. This one's juicy.
Ooh, I like juicy.
Am I the asshole for announcing my sister's pregnancy after finding out that my boyfriend, now ex, is the father? I, 19, female, was with my ex-boyfriend, 19, male, until a couple of weeks ago when I found out that he got my sister, 18, female, pregnant.
Oh my.
I heard them talking about it, and my sister was freaking out over it because she knew I would be done with her if I found out, and my ex didn't care. So I held it all in and waited until we were all at our family, all with our family, and announced the news to everyone there. My boyfriend ran once he realized I was going to break up with him, and my sister freaked out and broke down and started begging me to not hate her and saying she made a mistake and she would abort the pregnancy and we could go back to the way we were.
Oh, hell.
She had been living with me since April because her and our parents were not getting along. We were supposed to be moving somewhere bigger in a few weeks, and I told her that was not happening anymore since that day I've been staying in my friend's place. Now she can't afford to live in the apartment without me, and I refuse to live with her again or have a relationship with her, and my parents won't let her move back in either. My ex is gone, and he's refusing to have anything to do with the mess he is equally responsible for, and so she's on her own. She was trying to make amends so we'd be back to normal, but I didn't even acknowledge her attempts. I'm not sure where she's staying, but one of my aunts told me I was disgusting to do that to someone as young as her, and I've ruined her life. I told my aunt to go pick up the pieces and leave me alone because I don't care anymore. I said she had it coming when she started sleeping with my ex. My aunt said letting a guy come between us was nasty business, and she asked me if I could live with myself and if she ends up having the baby and they end up on the street. And I told her it has nothing to do with me. Am I the asshole?
Nope.
No, that's fucked
No,
up.
everything that first of all, auntie, shut the F up.
Yeah.
Okay. You feel so bad for her little, I'm letting a man get in between you. Yeah. She let a man get in between her legs. That was her man. Okay. So if you don't like it, auntie, take her in. Support her. Support the baby. Okay. Don't get in between that because she was in the wrong. I'm sorry, but where is her sister's loyalty? The guy is a dog. That's fine. He's a man.
Ran.
You know what I mean?
Was it worth it?
It wasn't.
Destroy your relationship with your sister? Was it worth it over some fucking man?
Listen.
No.
I'm so sorry, but I get it. We're not in that situation, and feelings are involved. And, you know, I don't know how tight these two were. Obviously, they must have been tight if they're living in the same place, but where is that girl's loyalty to her family to let that man get in between them? Okay. So I feel really that's a messy situation.
That's very terrible.
And at the end, the girl still lost. She lost her family. She lost her man, or her sister's man at that.
Yeah.
And now she's going to raise this baby in a horrible situation. honestly, I feel it's a bad situation, but you're not the asshole. I would react exactly the same way.
Yeah, I couldn't trust my sister after that. Sleeping with my boyfriend and then getting mad.
Pregnant?
And pregnant. And then expecting me to be okay. No, I won't. I couldn't forgive or trust her ever again. Look, it wouldn't happen.
Only because people are your family members doesn't give them the right to abuse you emotionally, mentally, or in any way. You're not obligated because they're your family.
Doesn't mean anything.
But you're not obligated to stay with them either because they're your family. Oh, that's your sister. Like,
who gives a fuck?
You let somebody come in between. I let them? No, they did that. Yes. I'm me. I did what I brought her in. I let her stay with me. I trusted her. She violated that trust. And then she was going to just be like, well, I'm pregnant. I'm going to have his baby now. Like, what about me? The aunt is completely forgetting about the girl that is going through that whole situation. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, like the aunt saying that really did it for me. Because what the fuck are you chiming in for? Go help her then if you
feel so bad. I don't care
if it's disgusting.
Oh, what if she and the baby ends up homeless? Well, thank goodness that we live in a system where mothers and children are fully supported by taxpayer dollars. So she'll be okay.
Yep. You made your bed, go lie in it. Don't be mad when I don't want to lay with you either.
Nope. That's what you get when you are perra. Bark, bark, baby.
That was a crazy one to end on. That was it. Tell us your thoughts on every story and give us some of your stories.
Yes.
Please.
Or if you've heard somebody else's stories that should be on a Reddit post, let's hear it. Juice it up, please.
No.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us this time. We love you guys so much. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.